Okay, good morning. As you know, if you paid attention, which I doubt you did, there was no uh, video yesterday. Okay? That was an accident. I went out shopping about 9:30 with my wife. We walked down to the supermarket. We got back, it was like 2 o'clock. We ate lunch. Everything's like 2:30. I had to take Lucy out again, and I just decided I'm not doing this today. All right, I can do that because it's my video. Yeah. Anyhow, couple things. There's a new logo out for me. I don't know if that's affecting my viewership or what have you, but it's I don't know. I think it's cuter. Not quite as obnoxious as the other one. It's got a subtle obnoxious quality to it, which I think is very, very good. Um, and that was it. Listen, there was a video I watched this morning. I had saved it for a couple of days. When you click on it, it's the greatest speech ever. I think its title is The Greatest Speech Ever Made. Wait a minute, I can find it here. The Greatest Speech Ever Made, 2020, and in parentheses is 2025. That's Charlie, it looks like Hitler. It's not Hitler, it's Charlie Chaplin. You definitely have to listen to this. It's really, really good. It has nothing to do with fascism per se. It's more about democracy. It's a great speech, and I think it is one of the best speeches ever made. Once I took time to hear it. So I suggest you take a look at that, and just for not for giggles, but because it really is good. Now, what happened? Well, this week has been kind of screwy for me and screwy for you. I think some things are going to have to happen in this country, and first and foremost is there has to be a protest movement against Trump. That'll start it. And then Trump is going to do like Nixon did, only worse. Nixon sent troops, the National Guard, into Kent State University in Ohio. Some people got shot, wounded, killed. He's going to do it again, only worse. Trump, and that's going to bring about a lot of violence. The problem we have now is that one of the most violent people out there are Trump people, and it's going to take some doing to get the American public to risk their lives against their neighbors, but that's what's going to have to happen. It's called civil war. If we can do it with protesting, without the violence, so much the better, But we may just have to go along with what the rest of the world does and how they solve their problems this time. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to... I don't know anything about it. It's just really, really not a good thing. But if we sit around and do nothing, if you sit there and you do nothing, you're inviting totalitarian government, which you're very close to now, And you're not aware of this? Look at Donald Trump. He spent $92 million for a parade in his honor on his birthday. There are other holidays involved, so that's how he's getting around it. But it's ostensibly he's doing it for he wants it to be to celebrate his birthday. But it's Flag Day and something else too. And it's a dishonoring the other days that are there. That's the one thing he wants to do. And if you've noticed, he's got his Republican henchmen wearing these gold lapel pins. Instead of an American flag, they now wear the Trumpster's bust in gold. But the only thing that's good for is flushing down the toilet. But then it probably jammed the toilet up because it's big and fat like him. I that has to be that kind of stuff has to be taken care of because Trump's making money off the American people. He's still hawking his cards, his other bullshit, watches and stuff like that. He's still selling them and he's still making money off of it, which is wrong in my opinion. But I'm not, I'm only one person, so, people don't listen to me too much, I guess. But he's made a lot of money with this tariff thing, and I'm not. You either have to sit down and say that he didn't think this shit out very well, and that's why it's going up and down, or he's doing a lot of insider trading moves, and so are his friends. They caught Marjorie Taylor Greene at it, So the Republicans are doing inside trader, which doesn't take a lot of brains to figure this out, that if they're eventually going to come back, if you can buy them real cheap, these stocks real cheap, why not turn around and sell them and get some cash, or keep them for a while longer as when they go up. That's just the way it's going to happen. That's the nature of the stock market. Very easily manipulated, especially if you're president of the United States and you can throw around tariffs. But I think I agree with a lot of the people that said he doesn't understand tariffs, he doesn't know what he's doing with them, doesn't understand the consequences of it, and since it really doesn't affect the people with money, he's never going to understand that. Until Trump goes broke and has to hang out in a line looking for food stamps like a lot of other people do, he's never going to understand the economy. In his economy, well, let's see, Reagan was, I think, trickle-down economy, which is ridiculous. And then you've got the economy that you have here is that the rich get richer, and that's good for the country. No, that's good for the rich. It's not good for the country. You're going to be asking people, and he wants to go to war in Iran with the nuclear. He's threatening war with Iran over the nuclear. Now, you got to understand this. An army that he calls weak, cowardly, doesn't want to support veterans, you're asking them to go fight another war in the desert. If I'm them, I'm not doing it. Fuck him. Put me in jail, See if you can put 150,000 men in jail, or over a million plus men in jail. That's the difference, Bo. But he's going to fight this with missiles and bombs, and I have to tell you something. There's a different attitude when it's like a sniper. A sniper looks down the scope and shoots somebody that's 2 miles away. That's hard to do, but it's also much more different than having to cut a guy's throat in front of you, get in a knife fight with a guy. Do a bayonet charge, fight across an open field or something with guys shooting machine guns at you. You're watching your buddy get blown to pieces. That's PTSD. That's survivor's guilt that screws up most of the military. These guys they come back, they have no physical injuries, and they say, what's wrong with these people? They watch their friend get their head blown off 10 feet away from them. And that, why him, not me? I mean, there's guys that have lone survivors of an ambush. You've got 5 guys in a situation to get surrounded. 4 of them get shit blown to hell, and 1 guy's just left alive. First of all, it's a little. People think it's suspicious. People look at him and say, where was he? Was he hiding? What happened? Was he a better soldier than everybody else? That affects people. That's part of what PTSD is, post-traumatic PTS, post-traumatic symptom something. I don't know, I forget what the D stands for, but it's PTS. And it's difficult to understand this crap, you know, what's going on, and who's right, who's wrong. You can't settle everything with violence, all right? Einstein and the rest of the guys that developed the bomb were right about one thing. It's not going to be it's not a great asset, you know? And technically it wasn't necessary to end the war. The war may have ended the next day, or it might have gone for another year. Most people say that Japan would have surrendered within a year. You know, Germany never used it in Germany. They beat the crap out of them with the best army in the world and the best manufacturing facilities in the world. Difficult to do that now. You know, truly is. People don't want to get involved anymore. So the manufacturing is, you know. There's too many people that sell to weapons and whatnot to anybody who wants to buy them. I mean, in World War II, there was a very famous man, John D. Rockefeller. Rockefeller had contracts with Hitler prior to the United States entering World War II. I believe they were arms shipments. I don't want to get too crazy, but oil, could have been arms, whatever, Anyhow, once the United States entered the world, he completed those contracts. A lot of people don't understand that, but he completed those contracts, even though the United States had entered World War II. So there's a lot of people out there that are just about money. You know, and Trump's just about money. But any kind of war over there, if they use any kind of nuclear weapons, I don't care if you call it tactical or whatever, you can forget about oil. You can forget about the country. You know, and I don't think Saudi Arabia is going to stand by and let nuclear weapons be used in Iran. Too close to home, because the wind's blowing the wrong direction. They're screwed. So that's the thing about nuclear weapons. You don't have to be underneath them to get fucked. You know? Well, it's a typical Saturday where I just ramble on. But now comes the commercial. So listen up. Do me a favor. On the right bottom of the screen, or sometimes it's on over to the left of the screen, depends how your setup is, how big the picture, all that. Okay. Anyhow, click on the subscribe button for me, would you please? You'd be doing me a big favor. Help me out a little bit here. You can also hit the like button if you so desire. That would help me out even more, because it would tell me I'm saying the right things, I'm heading in the right direction, you know. Dislike says I have to, you know, figure out where the dislike is coming from, some hater, or just is it an honest opinion. You can comment if you want. I appreciate that too. You know, I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to respond to all these comments, because in a lot of cases I don't want to start World War III, you know, a verbal war with anybody. I just want you to think, that's all. Think about what I'm saying. And check out that speech, the greatest speech ever made. It's on YouTube. The guy that Jake Bro, B-R-O-E, is listed as the man who did it. First went up 7 days ago now probably. But check it out. It's worth the. It's really worth the 3 minutes and 29 seconds that you have to listen to it. It's better than listening to me for 15 minutes, right? So, you know, if everything goes well, I'll be around tomorrow, and hopefully next week. I don't have a lot to do. Not a lot planned. Easter's coming, so that's usually pretty quiet. So I should be on time. All right. When I say on time is I try to get these posted to the internet by 11 o'clock. We're definitely not making it today. It's 11:13. So anyhow, have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.